Graduating class of 2023, please meet and welcome an outstanding graduate of the City U class of 1994, Mayor Bruce Harrell.
Thank you, President Fitch. When he began his introduction, he called me a young man. I was looking around. I thought maybe my sons were here or something. I'll take it. And I want to congratulate City University. City University's in the house right now, 2023. Literally in the house of the Mariners, literally. As a proud City U graduate myself, I can honestly say that City U helped me expand on the opportunities I saw around me. And I will tell you, it should give you the confidence and substantive knowledge to succeed. And I want to talk a little bit more about that. With over 63,000 graduates walking around here leading different societies, over 50 years of graduating scholars, we should be proud, and the city is proud. And if you've come from wherever you've come from, we are a welcoming city. We are under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We recognize our diversity. It is part of our strength, and we recognize you for who you are. And these City University graduates have just made us all better in our society. In my brief remarks, I'm going to ask the graduates this very simple question. Did you learn anything about yourself in this process of higher education? Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. So in your hours of studying and debating and writing and researching, what epiphany did you have about yourself? For me, I had already gone to college before I had gone to City U. In fact, I had already gone to law school. But in my 30s, it became apparent to me that I wanted to learn about organizations. Why did so many seem dysfunctional? And at the time, my wife and I are working at the phone company, and I wanted to know, in an organization, why do people seem to always let the loudest people dominate the discussions? Why do leaders seem to speak down to people? How do we organize a design framework and behavioral science in such a way that we pull out the best in everybody? And I learned something about myself in that process at City University. I realized that where I was born in my family, I had a tendency to listen to discussions. I didn't really like to argue very much. And then I realized as a leader that some of the most important thoughts and concepts and ideas and perceptions came from the most quiet in the room. So as mayor, when I'm around people every day and I see someone not being as vocal, I will ask them, I want to pull you into the discussion. These kind of leadership traits I learned right at City University at an important time. I worked for the phone company in a time where the whole telecom industry was changing. So the substantive knowledge that I learned at City University helped me navigate as a telecom attorney and certainly as mayor. So I ask you again, what did you learn about yourself in this process? Nobel Peace Prize recipient Elie Wiesel said, life is not measured in years, it's measured in moments. So I'm hopeful that through your City University experience, you had these aha moments, and that now as you return to the workplace or into your community, that you treasure those moments and they continue. You heard President Fitch talk about he continues to learn. What's important, and it took me a while to understand that even the administrators, even the professors, that in the process of teaching you, they continue to learn. That is what you learned at City University, that you are capable of continuous learning in life. When I was a young college student, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, as a young student, there was a very immoral war, many thought, in Vietnam. It plagued the morale of our country, and we questioned the very moral fabric of what we were doing in Vietnam. We called that a threat to democracy. There were blatant acts of racial violence and violence against women, LGBTQ communities, religious minorities. Police brutality could be on TV every day. This was in the 1970s. A corrupt president was forced to resign as president, and it tore the country apart. His name was Richard Nixon. Wealth was concentrated, and a select few in our society perpetuated a system by which millions of people were economically disadvantaged. This was 1970. You get my point. Things haven't changed much. Things haven't changed much in that regard. We've made considerable progress, yes, but I would posit that human nature hasn't changed. My point is that you must still thrive in a society that is not fair, that has never been fair, and may not be fair upon you receiving your diploma. But here's my point. You can be fair. You can be fair. City University gave you the tools. Today we live in a world that's created over 2,000 billionaires with a combined net worth of $7.67 trillion. Yet in major cities, including Seattle, we still see people living in tents, living unsheltered, falling through the cracks. There's nothing fair or just about that. But you can be fair. You can be just. And as mayor, I will commit to you that we will be fair. I will be just, because we care just as much about the person that is living unsheltered as we do the person who's making billions of dollars. And I would posit that that person that makes billions of dollars has a moral obligation to concern themselves with that person living unsheltered. You can be fair. I'll close by one of my favorite quotes by Presidential Medal of Freedom winner, theologian Reinhold Niebuhr, who said, "Nothing that is worth doing can actually be achieved with our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope." Now, how I translate that is, believe that you're making the right decisions. Believe that you're trying to look for a solution in solving our ills. You may not accomplish it within our lifetimes. We're only given, I've said this joke before, I hope it lands well. I said, we're only given 4 quarters in life. From 0 to 20, that's your first quarter, 20 to 40. Your second quarter, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. You get 4 quarters. But the good news is, every 5 years after 80, you get it overtime. I'm going for overtime. Get 2 or 3 or 4 overtime sessions. But within those overtime sessions, we may not cure cancer. We may not cure bigotry. We may not cure racism, unfairness. But we're saved by hope that our lives mean something, because that's what we're going to try to do on this brief time we're on earth. City University, you are awesome. You are awesome. We are so proud of you as a city. We welcome you to change the world and live the life you're meant to live. Thank you very much.